Hello everyone, it's me again for the latest DSG vlog news. My name is Christopher Sanchez. I'm the chairman of Debating Society Germany, and I'd like to fill you in on a lot of things that have happened and a lot of things that will happen. It's very exciting times at the moment, so here we go. Let's not waste time. Looking back on the 9th of February, we had a team in Dallas, Texas at the old Parkland High School Championship. We sent Kluna Herkommer, Markus Non and Sonja Miehen there as contestants for Team Germany for this year's WSDC, and they were coached by Ellie Baines, and they all went to Dallas. Once again, many thanks to the old Parkland High School organizers for inviting us and also for reimbursing all of our costs. They've debated for 5 rounds against teams from Argentina, Canada, from the United States, from Dallas, Miami, and Washington, D.C. And they've gained 1 win in 5 rounds and had 2 split losses. So that performance was not so bad. But unfortunately, they didn't break into any final rounds. But still, I think they've gained lots of experience and lots of new impressions and friends. And I think they had a very good time, judging by what I've been told how it went, and that it was an amazing school and an amazing event. So thank you very much for everyone involved for taking up the challenge of going to Dallas, Texas and competing there and representing DSG in Germany. Secondly, in February, we also had something of a super Saturday there. We had 3 events happening on the 18th of March. First one being most prominently the Senior League Weekend in Würzburg. We had an overwhelming participation, numbers of more than 250 delegates, debaters, coaches, judges alike at the youth hostel, and I think we've never had that many there, where they actually had to move beds into the debate rooms and all that so that we could squeeze everyone in there. So we occupied the entire youth hostel. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go to Würzburg next year because they're undergoing major reconstruction and renovation. So the next Senior League weekend in 2018 will happen in Mannheim. So Klaus-Peter Heil and I went scouting for the youth hostels, and Klaus-Peter found that Mannheim will be suitable and also in the same price range for us so that we can accommodate everyone there. I alternately also went to Lindau, but unfortunately we thought it was a too long, far away trip to go there, especially for the teams from Hessen and Rheinachse, so we thought it would be appreciated by everyone if we went to Mannheim, where the hostel is also very near the train station, so we think we've made a good deal with them, and that we will be able to welcome you next year at the Mannheim Youth Hostel instead of Würzburg. So for 1 year we have to suspend Würzburg, I'm afraid. Congratulations though to the first breaking team, Schubert Gymnasium Ulm from Senior League so far. They will meet the other 7 breaking teams on the 13th of May at Dillmann Gymnasium in Stuttgart, in the center of Stuttgart. So thank you very much for hosting the event there, and looking forward to everyone to show up on the 13th of May in Stuttgart to have the final rounds in Senior League this year. Secondly, on the same weekend, we had a team from FAG Fahingen-Enz go to Cambridge SDC. As announced, if you remember, I've invited everyone to go to attend the preliminary rounds for the Cambridge SDC. Unfortunately, only FAG signed up, and they were eventually also accepted still at that tournament. So Marie-Christine Krüger and Nathalie Kläuber, as well as Bibiana Hoffmann-Wollensack as teacher, went there, and they didn't cut a lot of ice, if I understood it correctly, given that the format is British parliamentary, which we're not used to. But they had debates there for a full day, and also gained experience there in a different format, which is, as I said, British parliamentary. And had a great day there, and nice impressions and experience. And I think it was the first time that DSG was ever represented in Cambridge. We had a similar event going on in 2013 in Oxford, where there was a similar event, Oxford SDC, where we got invited, but that was so far the only one. As I announced also in another vlog, we are potentially invited to both of these tournaments if we want to have them. So it's British parliamentary format. I know it's different, but we have the opportunity to also attend the Junior League version for that, particularly in Cambridge. So as of next year, you might want to also consider attending Cambridge SDC as well as the Junior League format of that. So we're definitely invited for that next year as well. But Oxford we can also look into, which is typically around March, I think. So if you want me to do more research on that, then please contact me and write me if you're interested. Thirdly, we had the Prague debate string happening also on that weekend, and we had a team from Hamburg going there, from the Stadtteilschule Bergedorf, and they had 2 wins and turned out to be 35th out of 48 teams. And we also had a very high-ranking speaker, Merve Ligenza, became 26th. So congratulations very much out of about 160 speakers, I think. So it's a really good result for her. So congratulations. And they competed against teams from Denmark, China, Italy, Hungary, and Slovenia. And also were able to represent DSG there in Prague. So thank you very much, Sebastian Kruse, for taking the team to Prague. Third is the Nordic SDC. That is a new tournament taking place in Copenhagen. We had Konstantin Krüger and Franziska Mohr going there with 3 young debaters, Cleona Herkommer, Anke Steinwart, and Sebastian Non. And they went there, had 3 out of 5 wins, so sadly didn't break, but were obviously very close. And congratulations also to Konstantin Krüger for breaking as judge and also judging and chairing the grand final there. So very well done. Then we have the MST, which is the middle schools tournament happening in Slovenia in Domzale on the weekend of, I think it was 18th of March. Venia Blankennagel and Clemens Ziesig took 3 teams there actually. So one was a full Max Born team from Backnang, one was a mixed team, Max Born and Kost Stuttgart also had its own team there, and they had 2 wins and barely missed the break, unfortunately, so they couldn't make it. But we had the best tournament speaker there, namely Anke Steinwart, win that trophy. So congratulations, Anke, for being the best speaker of that tournament. That's very impressive. Okay, getting to Junior League, which is still running. So we haven't finalized the preliminary rounds yet. So Junior League rounds 5 and 6 are up, and we had to split the dates because Hessen will have the Easter break a bit earlier than we do. So we had to move one venue 1 week ahead. So already this coming week, 29th of March, we'll have the rounds 5 and 6 at the Max Born Gymnasium. So please make sure you're at the Max Born Gymnasium in Backnang this coming Wednesday. If you're in that group, if you don't know, please check the webpage. And the rest of the groups will meet on the 5th of April, which is also Wednesday, to assess who will be the breaking teams breaking into the Junior League Finals tournament, which will take place, by the way, in Würzburg on the 19th, from 19th to 21st of May. So if you break as one of those teams, please save the dates, 19th to 21st of May in Würzburg. That's where you will compete for this year's Junior League trophy. Also looking ahead, we also still have German Schools Debating Championship coming up, and it's very successful so far. Pre-registration has shown a little over 30 teams, both Junior League and Senior League teams. We may be even able to split them into 2 tracks so that we have Junior League teams debate Junior League teams as well as the Senior League teams debate against each other, or we'll just all throw them all in one tab, or we really don't know yet how we will approach the matter. But please make sure that you register for GSDC, that you finalize your registration so that we actually know for sure which teams are coming, and then we will be better able to assess the situation and make sure whether we'll have either 2 tracks or something of like a best GL team speaker or something, or if there's going to be a separate final or something. We really don't know yet. So depending on the number of Junior League teams actually signing up, we can make a call on that. Otherwise, please go to the webpage and fill in your final registration details. It's very important for us that we have them by the 24th of April. If you require accommodation, it's very important that we know these dates earlier than the other teams. So if you don't require accommodation, it's not as urgent, but please make sure that you don't register later than 24th of May if you don't require accommodation, so that we have all information available and that we can process the certificates, the name tags and all those things until the event happens, which is the weekend of 23rd to 25th of June. So that's German Schools Debating Championship in Stuttgart. Please refer to the webpage for further information. Same is true for EurOpen. Now it's pretty sure that it will happen in Stuttgart from the 9th to the 15th of November. We already have the dates fixed, as well as arrangements made with VVS, which is the transport authority, as well as the hostel. So everything's pretty much set there. We're now looking for schools to host the event from the 9th to 15th of November. So if you're a school and consider hosting EurOpen, please respond to Klaus-Peter Heil's email, which you will receive in a few days, or write us if you're interested in hosting the event, either partly or fully. That's up to you, but we're glad for any help. Thank you very much. Looking further into future tournaments internationally that are taking place, that's beginning with Bratislava SDC. I have no knowledge whether any team is considering of going there. So that's Bratislava in Slovakia from the 30th of March to 3rd of April. Then we have EurOpen in Ploiești, Romania, which typically has taken place in September, but for some reason they now moved it to the end of April, which is 20th to 24th of April. If you're considering going, then please save the date. Then we have Komarovo, Russia happening again. That's a little bit outside St. Petersburg. It's been a while since we've participated at a tournament, but we did twice at least, and for a third time it had to be cancelled because of the Eyjafjallajökull volcanic explosion, if you remember that. So those flights were cancelled and we couldn't go there for a third time, but one of the two times we went, we actually won the tournament. So it's not unfamiliar to us. It's 27th to 30th of May. So if you consider going to Russia, to Komarovo particularly, that's a 40-minute electrica ride out of St. Petersburg, then please consider doing so. But you may have to hurry because of the visas that you will unavoidably need. And so time is running a little bit there, but please also refer to the webpage if you need further information. Next on the list is WSDA Academy, World Schools Debate Academy in Slovenia, taking place 24th of June to 1st of July. I know that Team Germany is considering going, but it's not exclusive to the national teams. Any team can go. And the difference here is that it's not just a tournament, but also connected with lots of workshops and lots of training sessions and all those things. And then you have a tournament connected to that. So it's very educational. Heart of Europe, the SDC, taking place from 13th to 18th of July. That's in Olomouc, Czech Republic. And then finally the WSDC, World Schools Debating Championship in Bali, Indonesia, from the 1st to the 11th of August, with Jana Gilke on the CAP, on the CAP, and myself on the motions committee, so we're all involved. And Laura Alves is coaching our national team. And may I also mention that as of January this year, I'm serving also as a board member of WSDC Limited. So there's really lots of German representation by now at the WSDC. And if you're interested in going there as a judge, then there are options of applying for partial or full subsidy as a judge to go to Bali, so that the participation fee can be either partly or fully waived. But you have to apply by the 7th of April. If you're interested in going there as a judge, please do sign up to get a judge waiver. And good luck with that process. And then we may see you there in Bali as well. All right, that's about it, all on my list. I hope I didn't forget anything or anyone. I would like to thank everyone who's put so much work into debating and what we're doing. And I think right now there's a lot of things happening. And I'm very thankful that this movement is gaining speed and gaining momentum. And I'm looking forward to meeting you or your debaters, preferably both, at either of our events. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.